This graduation special is brought to you by Dublin Chevy Nissan,
the only dealer you will ever need.
Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies regular, the most bursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet Please bow your heads to join me in a prayer. Dear God, we come to you today and humbly ask you to watch over this program. We thank you for those who will be graduating today and the family, friends, and teachers who have provided their support and love. Today, as we walk out of Dublin High School and into our bright and prospective futures, we ask you, God, to watch over, guide, and protect us in our future endeavors. Lead us down the path that you have called for us and use us to make a difference in this world. As we leave today, let us not be afraid, but excited for what you have in store for us. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen. Amen. You may be seated.
Good evening. On behalf of the class of 2017, Dr. Tyrone Kellogg, Principal, Mr. Mike Millett, Assistant Principal, Dr. Michael Overstreet, System-Wide RTI Coordinator, Dr. Susan Thornton, Director of the International Baccalaureate Program and Gifted Coordinator, and the faculty, staff, and students of Dublin High School, I extend to you a warm welcome to the 2017 commencement exercise. It is also my pleasure to welcome Dublin City Schools Superintendent Dr. Frederick C. Williams, Associate Superintendent Ms. Flora Bryant, Assistant Superintendent of Finance Ms. Christy Thublin, as well as additional central office personnel. We would also like to recognize the members of the Dublin City Board of Education. Mr. John Bell, Chairperson, Mr. James Lanier, Vice Chair, Ms. Demetrius Hollis, Ms. Peggy Johnson, Mr. Bill Perry, Reverend Richard Sheffield, and Ms. Laurel Travick. Our most sincere welcome goes to the parents, families, and friends of the members of the class of 2017, without whose love and support we would not be here tonight. Enjoy with us this celebration with the class of 2017.
Good evening. I am Dr. Susan Thornton, former teacher and currently Director of Advanced Academics and the IB Coordinator for Dublin High School. I have the distinct honor of introducing the class of 2017's Salutatorian and Valedictorian. It comes as no surprise that achieving high grades can pose challenges during one's academic career. With a variety of subjects, courses, teachers, and assignments available at Dublin High School, students constantly face new academic obstacles. However, our Salutatorian and Valedictorian have successfully managed to face these tribulations head-on and still achieve. Both of these students embody an impressive breadth of knowledge, academic success, and personal character, or what I like to call authentic Irish pride, and of whom I am extremely proud. Additionally, both have been awarded multiple scholarships to assist them with their academic pursuits. I will begin with this year's Salutatorian. This year's Salutatorian is an exceptional young woman who is not only committed to high-achieving academics, but also to extracurricular activities and volunteer work. I had the pleasure of first instructing this young lady 4 years ago as an incoming 9th grade student in Honors World Geography, and again later in Advanced Placement U.S. History. As a student in my class, I found her work to be exceptional, but beyond that, I found her to be exceptional. She is an exceedingly bright, efficient, and self-motivated scholar who is unquestionably one of the most able students I have had the honor to teach. Her other teachers report that the work she produces in class consistently reflects a high level of insightfulness and attention to detail that is rare and unique for most young people today. Last year, as I was conducting a walkthrough through the IB Visual Arts classroom, I discovered another outstanding talent that this young lady possesses. She is a remarkable photographer, able to capture expressive images with the camera's lens that somehow only a person with a true eye for detail can do. Here at Dublin High School, she has been an active member of the school's Beta Club, the Fighting Irish Marching Band, and is a University of Georgia Certificate of Merit Scholar. Within the community, she is a graduate of Lawrence Youth Leadership and has served as a volunteer intern with the law offices of Warnock and Mackey. She is a full IB student and a candidate to receive the International Baccalaureate diploma. In all of these endeavors, this young lady has served the school and the community well. She has been accepted to one of the finest liberal arts schools in the state, Georgia College and State University, where she plans to major in pre-law. Please join me in acknowledging the accomplishments of the Dublin High School class of 2017 Salutatorian, Ms. Shelby Lynn Snipes.
At Bank of Dudley, we may be the oldest bank in Lawrence County, but we're always ahead of the curve when it comes to technology. Drop by one of our 5 convenient locations today and let us show you how convenient we make online banking. Start paying your bills online today or make deposits right from your mobile device. Ask about our ACH services, which enables you to move money electronically with convenience, certainty, and cost savings. Bank of Dudley, East Dublin, Jeffersonville, Dudley, Veterans Boulevard, and downtown Dublin. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Congratulations to the class of 2017 on behalf of everyone at Century 21 Durden Carnegie, including Jody Tanner, Jim Jarrett, Pam Tillery, David Deeves, Beverly Forbes, Ann Adams, Raina Dubberly, Benny Helton, Charlene Brantley, Ruth Watson, Jay Brantley, Charlene Lamp, Yvonne Robertson, Karen Widmer, and broker George Durden. Congratulations to the class of 2017, the best of success in the years to come. And if Century 21 can ever help you, call on us at 272-1535. Stop by our office at 1700 Veterans Boulevard or log on to c21dublin.com. And best wishes from everyone at Century 21 Durden Carnegie Realty, the #1 realtor in Dublin and Lawrence County.
Experience a world of exceptional performance It's Steel Dealer Days. From the #1 selling brand of outdoor power equipment in America, hardworking grass trimmers, handheld blowers, and legendary steel chainsaws.
Remember, steel products are only sold by servicing dealers.
Steel Dealer Days are happening now. Search STIHL or visit steeldealers.com.
Cullen Supply and Engine Service, your steel dealer at 826 South Harris Street in Sandersville and 910 East Jackson in Dublin.
Good evening and welcome to the Dublin High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2017. It's a beautiful day to graduate. I consider it an extreme honor to talk to you tonight. I would like to thank everyone who has helped me throughout the past 14 years in the Dublin City School System, and I would especially like to thank my parents, because without them pushing me to do my best, I would not be here. I would also like to give a big thanks to Dr. Fred Williams, who has followed me from school to school, starting as my assistant principal and then principal at Susie Dasher, principal at Dublin Middle School, and now finally my superintendent. He's a great man. Ms. Carr called me a week ago and informed me that I was this year's salutatorian and that I need to give you an 8 to 10 minute speech reflecting on the past 4 years at Dublin High School. Well, if you know me, then you know I love to talk, but I'm not a big fan of public speaking. So let's see how this goes. Before I start, I need to apologize because this is not going to be your typical salutatory address. You know, the ones where they look back fondly at their high school years. There were some really amazing parts, such as football Friday nights, band competitions, homecoming week, pep rallies, and prom. But I want to keep it real. Honestly, there's been a lot more work than fun, and there was way too much drama over the years which we could have all lived without. Whoever said that high school is going to be the best 4 years of your life was obviously not an IB student. For those of you who do not know, IB stands for International Baccalaureate, and it's a program offered here at Dublin High School. The aim of IB is to create well-rounded students as measured against international high school standards. It ultimately taught me how to balance procrastination while also trying to do my best at everything. But I've learned how to research and find my own answers for everything, and for this I'm extremely grateful. High school gave some of us an amazing work ethic. It has helped us learn to prioritize and to give something our all in a very short amount of time. Whether you agree with me that high school is not the best time of your life, I think we can all agree that high school has taught us some valuable lessons. In middle school, our teachers told us that in high school they weren't going to go easy on us and just give us a good grade because they were trying to prepare us for the real world. While it hasn't been as hard as I thought it would be when I began in 9th grade, some teachers really just did give it to some of us when it came to late work. In the grand scheme of our lives, high school has prepared us to achieve academic success, but has done very little to prepare us for the real world. You know what I mean. We know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell and what the Pythagorean theorem is, but how many of us can balance a checkbook? The predominating life lesson of high school for me, which is probably the most valuable life lesson, is that life is not always fair. For example, there are times when we would have tests in 4 out of our 7 classes, and the remaining 3 classes would pile on homework. Or group projects where one person would do all the work, but everyone took credit. Or my favorite example, you work as hard as you can to do your best, but somehow it seems that no one ever notices. While high school has many prime examples of how life is not fair, it did teach us that we have to learn to be okay with ourselves regardless. It is within those times when it seems no one cares how hard you have worked that you have to learn to reach around and pat yourself on the back. I've learned to never measure my accomplishments against what or how someone else has performed, but rather to measure myself only against what I know is my very best. I have learned that as long as I am happy with the effort that I have put into my work, the way I have maintained my own behavior, and the attitude of humility and gratitude that I have exhibited to those around me, then I can look anybody in the eye, hold my head high, and know that the accomplishment, whatever it may be, is mine. James 4:6 said, "God opposes the proud but favors the humble." I've tried to be humble throughout my high school career because boasting about myself will do nothing to help me in the future. I hope you all can say the same. It is not my intent to make it seem that high school was horrible for me. Trust me, it wasn't. A few weeks ago, my good friend Naima and I came up with an idea to publish our top 5 greatest lessons from high school. A lot of people followed suit, but I want to share mine. They are, number 1, not everyone is your friend, even if they act like it. Number 2, an essay can be typed in a day despite what Miss Lee, Miss Scott, or Miss Claxton have told you. Number 3, sometimes you just need a day, so take one. Number 4, you won't end high school with the same friends you start with, and that's okay. And number 5, people change, for better or worse. My high school experience actually gave me some amazing friends because of these changes. Not the type of friends who keep up with you on Twitter or Snapchat, but those real friends. The friends who text you just to see how you are, the friends that genuinely care about you, the friends that despite how little you talk to each other, you can always pick up right where you left off. I am lucky enough to say that I have gained friendships like that in high school. I recently read that in life you will realize there's a purpose for everyone you meet. Some will test you, some will use you, and some will teach you. But most important are the ones that bring out the best in you. Those are the ones worth keeping around. I will walk out these doors in just a little while with the friends who are worth keeping around and will continue to matter for long after I leave. For that, I am grateful. If there is one piece of advice which I have learned over these past 4 years that I can give to you, it is that when there is something you want, fight for it. Don't give up no matter how hopeless it seems. Ask yourself, in 10 years, will this really matter? If your answer is yes, fight on. If your answer is no, not so much, move on and fight those battles that really do matter. American author and philosopher Henry David Thoreau once said, "What lies before us and what lies behind us are small matters compared to what lies within us. And when you bring what is within out into the world, miracles happen." High school is just the beginning of us bringing out what is within us into the world. Class of 2017, the past 4 years have been an experience. I will always remember the lessons I have learned within these hallways, and I hope you do too. These lessons are what we will carry with us throughout the rest of our lives and are what really matter. Ultimately, we won't remember who said what, or when it was said, or who dated who. Some of us may not even remember all of the names of our classmates over the past 4 years. But hopefully, we will all remember the life lessons that we have learned while we've been here. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
The valedictorian for the class of 2017 is another remarkable young woman. Like the salutatorian, she has earned the privilege of speaking today because she worked diligently to achieve this acknowledgement. As one of her former teachers in honors and advanced placement classes, I can attest to her commitment to her studies and to high achievement. She is an outstanding young woman who is intelligent, confident, curious, determined, driven, and well-spoken. And by well-spoken, of course I mean in presentation, but I also want you to know that she can converse in 2 languages, as she is also fluent in Spanish. I once asked her what motivated her to be such a diligent student. Her response was, and of course I'm paraphrasing, "Education is one of the most important opportunities available for young people, but for me personally, it helps me to understand the why of life." In a world where many students rarely, if ever, truly read, study, analyze, or use the cognitive gifts that God has given them, this young lady does. Since her arrival in Dublin, I have watched her grow and advance both academically and personally. Here at Dublin High School, she was an active member of the school's student council and was a Lady Irish cheerleader. She volunteers in the community at Emerald City Lodge and is a volunteer soccer coach. And she consistently gives of her time with the nonprofit Dublin Rising, an organization dedicated to providing affordable housing to our nation's veterans. She too is a full IB student and a candidate to receive the International Baccalaureate diploma. This young lady has chosen to attend Emory University in Atlanta, where she will pursue a degree in psychology. Please join me in acknowledging the accomplishments of the Dublin High School class of 2017 valedictorian, Miss Kennedy Blackwell Lewis.
Good evening, Dublin High School. This is Kennedy Blackwell Lewis with your 2017 Valedictory Address, which is a challenge to the class of 2017. Let us remain silent for one moment to reflect on the anticipated activities of today, the years to come, and the completed activities of the last 4 years. Thank you. For those of you who do not attend Dublin High School, you're probably wondering why it sounded like I was just making an announcement over the intercom. And that is because, as my fellow students could attest, that is how I began our morning announcements on many early mornings at Dublin High School. I decided to begin my speech like that as a tribute to the familiarity of Dublin High School. We've gotten so used to our schedules that we find ourselves walking these paths mindlessly, not even thinking about it. While many of you know, procrastination is one of my biggest issues. But I promised myself that I would not allow that to affect this speech tonight. I refuse to stand here and simply read to you because I'm sure, as my classmates again could tell you, they've had enough of hearing me read in the past 3 years. First of all, and above all else, I absolutely have to give honor to God. Without His grace, mercy, and faithfulness, I promise you, I wouldn't be standing here before you, and you probably wouldn't be sitting before me either. I thank all of my teachers, from pre-kindergarten to this year. The seeds you have sown in me already have become so fertile, and I pray that my further actions and decisions will only continue to water those seeds, causing them to grow exceedingly, abundantly, above all I could ask for. Ephesians 3:20. To my mother, whose hair should be gray by now, due to all of the stress I've placed upon her, thank you for not giving up on me when you could have. Thank you for choosing to work through your frustration with me instead of throwing in the towel. Thank you for loving me unconditionally, extremely harshly, but unceasingly nonetheless. Thank you for showing me what a woman should be and how she should conduct herself and how she should walk forward in her goals without ever allowing anything to become a distraction. And to my partner in excellence, Miss Shelby Lynn Snipes. Whew. When I first arrived at this school 3 years ago, I thought your last name was a joke, and you couldn't figure out what mine was. But nonetheless, you showed me the ropes, took me under your wing, if you will, and for that, I am eternally grateful. Even though I struggled with the red-eyed, tired monster called procrastination, when we had downtime in class, and I saw her pull out her homework, I said, here we go again. But I got my homework out too, I did it, and I got it done. And to all of my fellow students, I truly thank each and every one of you for encouraging me when I needed it, and teaching me the lessons that could not have been extracted from the most extensive of textbooks. Now, people often say, out with the old, in with the new, but it is important to remember the lessons you've learned from the old. Instead of harboring the pain and the confusion from the events of the past, take with you the lessons they've taught you. This being said, act on what you've learned, and let those lessons be a guide as we embark on this new journey. Whether it be going to college, going straight into the workforce, going into the military, or taking the time to decide what it is you want to do, don't forget what you have already been taught. The truth of the matter is that you'll never be able to elevate yourself if you're not changing and evolving daily. Every day, we grow a bit wiser with experience, whether we realize it or not. My challenge for the graduates of 2017 is to grow fearlessly. I went to Google, which is one of the tools that has assisted us a great deal along the way, and I found the definition of grow. One of the first definitions that appeared was one that states that to grow is to become larger or greater over a period of time, to increase. First,
I thought about how I could ever relate becoming larger to a class of graduating seniors. I thought all night until the sun came up, but then it dawned on me that one can be large in numerous ways apart from physical aspects. For example, one can be larger than life in the sense that whenever you step into a room, your presence is known. I encourage you to allow yourself to develop into a person who positively impacts others. Now, I know we all want to be greater, but you must realize that you're trying to be greater than the person you were yesterday. Not the person beside you, not the person in front of you, not the person you want to be, but greater than who you already are. Your biggest competition is yourself. And to grow, you must work on one of the most crucial aspects of yourself, which is your mindset. Albert Einstein once said, "We cannot solve our problems with the same mindset we had when we thought of them." If you always go through life with a closed-minded mindset, that mindset will take you only where life will allow you to prosper. And that prosperous place with a closed-minded mindset is located exactly nowhere. Opportunities lurk around every corner, and I encourage you to take many opportunities. Even if you think it may not lead to something you're looking for, the truth is you never really know. I'm sure the word that stuck out most in my definition was the word increase. In the same manner that I'm sure that upon hearing the word increase, we think of clothes, houses, money, etc. But the thing about materialistic items is that they can be taken away from you so easily. Your clothes can be stolen, your cars can be repossessed, your house can be broken into, and the money source can dry up. But the one thing that can never, ever be stripped from you is your knowledge. Once you know something, no one can take that away from you unless you allow them to take it from you. With this, I encourage you to increase your capacity to learn and your desire to learn, remembering that with knowledge comes power, and of course, with power comes great responsibility. I encourage you to run towards your dreams, but to run with patience. After all, Rome wasn't built in a day, and placing a time limit on the events of your life will only result in your disappointment when your man-made time does not align with God's time. I encourage you to give 110% in everything you do. Whether it directly benefits you or not, if you say you're going to do something, do it and do it well. The finished product ultimately reflects on you regardless of what circumstances factored into it. I encourage you to love unconditionally, showing love to every person you encounter, because regardless of what you've seen, what you've heard, or what you've decided, you truly never know what someone is going through or experiencing. And your smile or your small act of kindness may be what they need to continue pushing through. Lastly, and most importantly, I encourage you to encourage yourself. The most successful people are those who are self-motivated. Right now, we have teachers, parents, friends, family asking if we've completed what needs to be done. But once we go off to college, or once we go off into the real world, that luxury will quickly vanish. You never know who will come or who will go as you travel along your journey. But this one person on earth who will always be alongside you throughout the way will be you. Learn to ask for help, but don't rely on others to accomplish every single thing for you. Emily Dickinson said, "We never know how high we are till we are called to rise." And right here, right now, I am calling each and every one of you to rise up. Rise up to defy and denounce every predisposition placed upon your life. Rise up to disprove every person who has doubted you, and rise up to make yourself proud of the person you're becoming. Drake already said he really likes who he's becoming, so hang on to that line like you hang on to every other lyric you use to caption your pictures. As Dr. Kellogg likes to say, at the beginning of the day, the middle of the day. the end of the day, between first and second period, before first lunch, and whenever he can. I love you. I love each and every one of you, even if you do not love me back. I love you and I wish you the best in your endeavors. So, as we flip this page on the final chapter called high school, remember that God has already written the rest of this story. While you may not know where you'll end up, He does. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Philippians 4:6. I truly hope and pray that the abundance of potential sitting in this room becomes lit like a fire and never burns out. I pray that once we've come and gone, everyone will remember the class of 2017 for being the class who rose up and defied the odds. Thank you.
This graduation special is brought to you by Dublin Chevy Nissan,
the only dealer you will ever need.
What makes Medical Park Pharmacy and Tomlinson Pharmacy different than the big chains? People. You'll see friends and neighbors on both sides of the counter. We go the extra mile, and you can always count on compassion and professionalism. If you hate going to your big chain pharmacy and waiting, then come to Medical Park Pharmacy, 2406 Bellevue Road, or Tomlinson Pharmacy, 108 Rose Street in downtown Dublin, where your prescriptions are filled in minutes, not hours. Save money and time at Medical Park and Tomlinson Pharmacies. Our family, caring for your family.
Congratulations to the graduates of 2017 from everyone here at Randolph's Jewelry Repair Plus. We have great gifts for the graduates this year, including new arrivals of white gold and yellow gold bridal sets now marked 65% off. And the graduates or anyone would love our fancy 14-karat gold ladies bracelet. And help us spread the word, save 50% off on all diamond anniversary bands. And right now, save 25% off on these beautiful sterling silver rings with genuine stones. And don't forget our selection of silver charms and 2017 silver dollars. And from everyone at Randolph's Jewelry Repair Plus, congratulations to the graduates of 2017. We're located at 304 Pine Forest Street in Dublin, so come see us. We're open 9 to 6 on Monday through Saturday, and all major credit cards are accepted.
The gift of silence will be asked by the entire senior class. The graduating class of 2017 asks of you a very special request this evening, the gift of silence. As a final remembrance of these last few moments of friendship, unity, and school spirit, we ask that the roll call of names be received with dignity and honor, each name standing alone, yet joined forever with all others in the bond of shared achievement. The members of the class of 2017 have worked long and hard to accomplish this shining milestone in their young lives. We ask only that you allow us to approach this threshold proudly in quiet reflection. Certainly, they have earned your respect. Kennedy Annette Blackwell Lewis. Shelby Lynn Snipes. Zipporah Lachey Charleston. Nikiasia Brakia Coney. Jakaya Janae Davis. Mark Walter Edward Donnell. Naima Renee Graham. Deanna Nicole Hines. Imani Elise Jackson. Tone Mon Lee. Charles William O'Neill. Kajol Gunshine Patel. Zatoria Tanzania Plummer. Shantasia Cecilia Stanley. Christopher Bryce Watson. Andrea Jonique Allen. Dakota Ray Allison. Holden Omar Baston. David Joshua Bell, Jr. Mashonda Laurie Berry. Zeandre Van Ness Boyer. Akia Brianna Brantley. Makeda Angelique Brown. Dean Lamont Clark, Jr. Hope Shiloh Clark. Javen Tyleek Culver. Tyquez Darrell Darasaw. Joseph Bernard Davis. Keontae Jakelvius Davis. Cordasia Kinshay Dawson. Delasia Shakira Dinkins. Devin Antoine Durham. Tyra Michelle Evans. Tiffany Bianca Feliciano. Shakaria Janice Floyd. DeAndre Jaworski Floyd. Ricardo Deshaun Floyd. Carl Amari Stefan Goodwin. Carlacia Amani Rose Goodwin. Tyquel Malik Goodwin Hobson. Nakia Lachey Gordon. Kiana Michelle Green. Duncan Isaac Griffin. Precious Effalu Hall. Ebony Denise Hardy. Isaiah Keenan Harmon. Jada Floisha Michelle Harris. Malik Jamal Paisley. Cameron Cross Hodge. Jessica Aaliyah Hollis. Elijah Deontay Hubbard. Jaquez Tavares Hudson. Micah Ashe Ingram. Sienna Monet Johnson. Shatavia Nicole Johnson. Malik Rashad Jones. Roman Malcolm Walker King. Ashley Renee Knowles. Tyquarius Daquan Lewis. Kadarius Marquez Mack. Cameron Paul Mack. Rainey Urel Martin. Lalia Tatiana Mason. Lindsay Grace Mathis. Devon Nathaniel MacArthur. Tyrese Lamar McGirt. Emery Lee McMillan, Jr. Brianna Nicole McNear. Lucius Douglas Marion. Tatiana Champagne Mitchell. Brianna Deasia Mobley. Shaman DeCarlo Ventre Montfort. Flossie Caroline Odom. Kendrick Fulton Dwayne Oliver. Tykeria Riche O'Neill. Whitney Renee O'Neill. Cassie Ijovi Shirley Ogaraya. Katasha Shanpri Parker. Jamal Edward C. Patterson. Emery Malik Phillips. Israel Namir Phillips. Isaac Samir Phillips. Ramon Marquise Pittman. Kishana Destiny Pound. Victoria Lachey Powell. Kiana LaShawn Reese. Deshaun Jamario Rice. Donovan James Roberts. Keisha Lazarika Robinson. Samaya Santia Salter. Tydriquez Terrell Seals. Moses Stanley Simmons. Jaquan Tyreek Smith. Eutravius Jawan Spikes. Ashley Morgan Spitzmiller. Timothy Luke Spivey. Nia Latasha Stanley. Antoine Emilio Dundriquez Stevens. Brandon Ho Wing Tang. Zuri Nijay Taylor. Jordan Alex Threet. Roderick Calvin Travick. Lavadrick Jamal Tony. Megan Christina Vickers. Levante Ron Walden. Demisha Jamade Walker. Aaron Bronze Wallace. Susanna Maley Warren. Shaniqua Sanaya White. Joshua Moran Whipper. Keisha Kinshana Wilson. Tyree Shaiki Williams. Timothy Bernard Willis Jr. Takaria Kiana Wright. Helen Catherine Zellner.
Flex Steel Industries would like to congratulate the graduates of 2017. On behalf of everyone at Flex Steel Industries, best wishes for the future to the graduates of 2017.
Where's everyone going this early in the morning? It's breakfast time at Dairy Queen with the best biscuits around. Try our mouth-watering sausage egg biscuits or our delicious country ham or chicken biscuits and bacon and egg with hot grits and hash browns. And top it all off with your favorite drink. Start your morning off with all your friends and the friendliest staff anywhere. It's breakfast time every morning, 6 till 10:30 a.m. at Dairy Queen on East Jackson Street in Dublin.
My name's Heath Taylor. I'm the President CEO at the Dublin-Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce, and I want to say congratulations on behalf of our Chamber Board of Directors to all of the 2017 graduates. We wish you well in your future endeavors, and God bless you. And as always, we want to remind you that it's a great day for business in Dublin-Lawrence County.
I want to thank you for sending Matt Hatchett to the Georgia General Assembly. He's an outstanding member, and I selected him to be one of my floor leaders. And he's done an outstanding job trying to get legislation through the General Assembly, and we have some good things to show for it. One of the largest tax cuts in the history of the state of Georgia, reform of our criminal justice system, and many other important initiatives that Matt has been an important part of getting that passed.
Please join the class of 2017 in the singing of Dublin High School's alma mater. Dublin High, we love you, and we're proud to be a part of all you have to give, and the learning you impart. Hail to thee, our alma mater, hail to the green and gold. We will sing with hearts of pride for ages yet untold.
Parents, faculty, community, Dr. Williams from the Board of Education, I would like to present to you the class of 2017. Class of 2017, please turn your tassel to signify you have officially graduated from Dublin High School. We love you, we're gonna miss you, congratulations. Please remain standing for the reception.
say the alma